Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, back with another episode of Kingdoms Reborn. I hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day today. We got some food issues happening in our little town here, Dragon's Deep. You can see here our numbers kind of twitching all over the place. It is harvest season right now, so we're kind of combating the waves of the harvest. So you can see here we got spikes, so that's harvest time. And it's just not quite enough to sustain us from harvest to harvest. So what I did is I wrote a very loving and apologetic email to the mushroom farm, and they came back and told me that I am allowed to build them again. So despite my hateful video a couple of videos ago, we have some more mushroom farms. I said I wasn't gonna build them again. I kind of needed them, and so I understand that I screwed up seasons versus annually, so we're gonna give them another go. So still though, if we go times four seasons, right, in a year, so 50, that's 200 annually. So it's not the greatest thing, but it's not the worst thing in the world. So we're gonna do it to try and do a little bit of sustaining things in betwixt harvests. So hopefully that's enough. In our little area up over here, I did throw a couple more houses in here to try and keep this population up. One reason why I wanted to do that was, well, to make sure we have enough people to feed other people and to get this done here. So we're at 346 out of 428 population. We can't quite, well, we have 100 laborers. What in the heck's going on here? so it is, all the farmers are off the field, so that's kind of skewed. So we'll look back at that later, but we have enough people to fill all of our jobs. So that's kind of what I've been working on with the houses. And then, of course, that turns into you needing more food. So we have a ton of farms going on. Tons of wheat farms, tons of potatoes coming in. So that's all great. And we also have a couple of bakeries. We got 4 now. Well, we only had 2 at the end of the last episode. And I'll probably put a couple more in. I like the bakeries. So we're doing wood fired. We have plenty of wood. And it's going okay. It's going okay. So these are 139 per season. See, I'm going to read this time per season. So that's pretty decent. And they're just gonna get better and better the more that they're together. So we're gonna continue to do that, continue to work on those guys. I've been watching for immigrant cards. I've been grabbing the immigrant cards, looking for bakery and wild cards too. Like, those are what I care about right now, because the wild cards, well, they're anything. It just makes sense to have. We've got a couple of granaries going too. We want to have those guys to buff our food producers. You can see that plus 25 here. I'm gonna pop that in there right there. Just because, and we got 1 granary here. It does not reach this farm over here, so I might do another one and then continue to do some more farms, but I'm just seeing this here. So we got some rocks and it looks like that's iron, so we're probably going to want to do another iron mine. I also want to do another quarry, so we can get some more quarry happening. Oh, it looks like that's not going to happen for some reason. There we go. Put it on this side of the map. And we'll get some more rocks coming in because we need them. Quarry, we're just not making enough to upgrade the things that I want to upgrade. So that's why we need some more quarry action, some more stones coming in. Of course, quick build is a thing, but quick build doesn't do us any good when I'm trying to upgrade like the insulation for our houses around here. That's a bad example. These guys. So we have 400 rocks right now, but I don't want to use them all up. And it is nice to do that because then this nice noise and everything, and it's great, but I don't want to just burn it all up. So I'm going to do another quarry so we are able to upgrade, and then I think we can do stone roads. Is that a thing? Apparently not yet. But we do have 16,000 points, and we're still working on getting enough houses level 4. You can see here we need 6 more, but we can build our winery house. So let's go ahead and get our winery going in. And I also have a vodka distillery that I want to put in because we have potatoes now. I mentioned those just briefly. So let's figure out a good spot for this stuff. I think we're gonna just go ahead and put, oh, that's a town, so we'll put it over here. That'll work. And then we'll do a beer brewery as well. And then we do have some grapes over on this side of the world, so let's put in a winery as well. Just get all the fun things happening around here, and we'll get that guy in there like so. And that's going to cost us a little bit to quick build, but I might have to do that because I don't really have a lot of bricks going on, but we do have tons of money, so we'll just leave that go for just a bit, and we'll see what we need to do. But you can see here we're having people leave from starvation. I did buy a bunch of breads, but I used up a ton of our money, and I can't really sustain that. But we're losing people, but we're also gaining people from our immigrant guys, these things, immigrant offices, so we're not like plummeting with population because we're making it back up. So it's kind of a weird situation. but I'm trying to get the food in because I would prefer to not have people die all the time. So that's going to be one of our main focuses for this episode. I want to see how those mushroom farms are doing, and put in some more if we need to. I was also thinking about snaking our way across over here and building into this area for more farms for a couple reasons, the farms, and then I also need some more clay. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to grab this plot, we'll grab this plot, but we got to be getting pretty close to the edge. So we have our town hall here. We can only go 7 provinces out. I'm not sure how this is counted here, but so that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 3 more. We can go out a little bit further. I would like to get to this cocoa, and I would like to get to this coffee. I mentioned briefly, if we do this, we hit disease problems. So we got to be sure we're prepared for that when we do go into that situation. So I'm gonna go into this forest province here, and then we have all of this nice river real estate. It'd be great. We'll get this productivity book, and then let's go ahead and go over to our mushroom farm, and we'll put in a couple of these guys, get those guys working. Got people dying from starvation, and I'm pretty sure these are all upgraded. Yep, I did go around and make sure that our stuff is as upgraded as it can be, especially food producers. So you can see here, fruit gatherers are upgraded. I got our beekeeper. I haven't done any paper stuff yet, and I haven't got that far. So I'm trying to make sure we're upgraded as possible. And farms can't really be upgraded a whole lot just outright, but what they can be upgraded is through this guy right here, farming technologies, and I have that 10 out of 10 now. So that's going pretty well. And so hopefully that's going to help with our food issue. I'd like to get a big stockpile of food. We're in the green, it looks like, but we're still having problems. So hopefully we get that figured out here pretty quickly. Let's see. So we could do ranching technologies as well, because we have a couple ranches, and we could even do a few more. That wool is really nice. We have a handful of wool, and we are using our tailor to produce clothing with that. And I think that was somewhere over here. Right there, there's our wool clothes tailor. Yeah, see, this guy needs some iron bars. It needs a little upgraded. So I want to get into some more quarry action, and I want to get into more some iron action. And we got both of those things built up right over here. So we're gonna need some more bricks, and that's clay. So we'll get that happening here in just a moment. Upgrade that boy, upgrade that. All right, and yeah, we got people leaving with starvation. So let's get some more farms planted. Let's get some more quarry, not quarry, I was gonna say clay quarry. Whatever the clay thing is called here. Clay pit, there it is. And we'll get these guys going, because these guys have to be close to the river. So that's what we're gonna have to place over here. I think I'll do a couple. They do buff each other like everything else, so it doesn't hurt to put them close together. It's actually a beneficial thing. That's too far away, so we're gonna kind of have to do like a little staircase action over here. And then let's go with a brickworks. So we'll produce the clay there, and then I'm gonna come down over here, and this is kind of turning into a little bit of an industrial area, which is totally fine. So we'll get that brickworks going, and then we're gonna get rid of that burrow apparently. We'll connect that, and then we'll get these clay pits, and then of course we're gonna need a little warehouse over here to deal with the storage for this stuff. And it looks like we have some more coal over here. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. Yep, that's cool. So we'll be able to do that. Ominous bell ringing over here is being quite prominent in my brain area place. So we're gonna try and deal with that. So starvation, it looks like this group of mushroom farms isn't quite enough. So what I like to do is go ahead and grab a couple more mushroom farms, and let's grab another hunter, maybe fruit gatherer too, and we'll plop a couple of those in. Ooh, sheep ranch. Yeah, let's just grab some of this stuff, and we'll get it going, and hopefully we can get to a point to where we're feeding our people enough to where we're not losing people to starvation anymore. It's just not the greatest sustainability practice. But let's go ahead and we'll get another guy here, and we'll get another where's that mushroom? There it is. And we'll go like that. Okay, and then sheep branch, we want another one of these guys. Ooh, this would fit pretty nicely down over on this space, but we got to be careful because our beekeeper likes trees, so I don't want to go too far over. but we'll do at least one sheep right there. Let's go ahead and do another sheep right next door, and then that should be just perfect. We're not impeding. And then let's do another fruit gatherer, and then plop that guy right there. That'll work just fine. I'm gonna quick build that one. Okay, and then let's see if we can quick build these. Oh yeah, 36,000 money. Holy cow, we're killing it with that. So I'm gonna buy a bunch of critters so we can get up to speed here. And there we go. Okay, great. And we still have 18,000 gold. 2,400 gold around is pretty great, so we're doing fantastic with that stuff. So let's get this stuff built up right away here. And I'm keeping an eye on our warehouses here. This should be enough, but since our granary is out of range on these other ones, let's definitely put another one in. But we are gonna have to find either a wild card or a granary card. So we got the wild card first. Let's go ahead and we'll do a grand, and then we'll go ahead and we'll plop this guy right next door, and then we'll buff all of our other ones, and then let's go ahead and do that. Looks like I didn't have quite enough bricks for that last one, so we'll get that figured out eventually here. I'm gonna leave those. I'm not gonna quick build those. Just let them get built up as they can. It looks like our wood situation, especially since we just put in a couple more mushroom farms, is gonna be a little bit more taxed. So let's go ahead and get our, this guy is a forester, right? Yeah, so let's go ahead and we'll move north a little bit more. We'll grab this province, and then we'll do another fruit gatherer, we'll do another hunter, and we'll do another forester as well. So let's go ahead and we'll snake our way up here, and we could even do a little bit of farm action now that we have this river area. So let's go ahead and we'll do a wild card, and then let's go up and over here, and we'll find a couple other things that we were looking for. All right, we got our forester. We'll pop this guy about right there, and then we got our fruit gatherer. Pop that guy right there, and then we got a hunting lodge, and we'll get this guy right next to that. And then let's do one more fruit gatherer to be in line with our suggestion of 2 fruit gatherers per radius of our forester. So we'll go ahead and kind of tee off this area here, and we'll kind of sneak our way over. Ooh, 160, 161. We'll go to 160 right there. Okay, and it looks like we're gonna need to have a couple more houses, of course. So let's do one of these, and then we'll do a house. Okay, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do that, and then let's go ahead and get these things built up. Okay, great. That was quick, easy. Upgrade that guy, and then we'll upgrade this guy and this guy. So we need some more tools. That's another issue that we've been having. So let's see where we're looking at with our iron. So that's our source for tools, right? Can't make iron tools without iron. So if we go back over into this little area that's kind of becoming a industrial spot, and we've got our quarry here, and we got an iron mine here. Let's go ahead and find a blacksmith. We'll get that blacksmith placed. Those houses don't like that. Okay, so we'll put it right there. And we'll quick build that guy, and there we go. So not enough input. We're looking for iron bars. Okay, what do we have for iron ore? Do we have any iron ore going on here? Oh, tons of it. Okay, so we need to get some smelters. We'll do an iron smelter, and we'll plop it right next to our brickworks. Okay, and then let's try and get one more. Ooh, we'll do the farm, and then we'll do this, and then, oh, I saw iron smelter right as I closed that. And we're gonna do one more right next to it, and then this can be great. We'll have a whole bunch of iron coming in now. Build that granary up real quick. Okay, so yeah, so then we will be able to build lots of tools. I kind of forgot about that second step of the iron needing to be smelted before you can really do anything with it, so we'll get that figured out. One more of those guys. Okay, great. Mushroom farm action. 61 food. Yeah, see, even with all these extra mushroom farms, we're still not enough. Well, we're only 6 short of our population cap, so but that's doing pretty well. So I'm just gonna leave these 3 immigrant cards that we have right now, and let's try and do a little bit of more auto trading. So what I want to do is get some food coming in, but I also don't want to do that because I want to see what our numbers are without a supplement, you know what I mean? So I don't really want to do that importing thing, but I also don't want to like have all of our people die. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it for a bit. We'll see what happens. We'll see how good our bunch of farms up here do, and hopefully they pay off, because we really could use the extra food coming in. We need a little bit more beer. And I thought another thing with the mushrooms is you can do mushroom beer, which is kind of interesting to me. I've never really heard of that, if that's actually a thing or not. But let's see, where did we... I thought I put in another distillery. Maybe I missed remember that, but let's see if we can find it. It would probably have been over here. I don't think I did. So let's go ahead and we'll put in another one. We'll go wild card and mushroom farm, might as well. And we'll go brew. I swear I had a beer around here. We'll go right there. Okay, quick build that boy. Okay, so wheat beer. Oh, orange, mushroom, pumpkin, and honey mead. We'll go mushroom beer. All right, and then that will, of course, make mushroom beer. That'd be nice to have that stuff happening. Okay, iron smelter, good to go. All right, so we'll let that area just kind of do its thing, I guess. We're gonna need lots more wood now that we're using up so much for that those mushroom farms. So hopefully this thing can start producing for us. I'm gonna claim that province so we get these trees, cut and plant, prioritize fleeting plant trees, cut any trees. Yep, that's right. All right, so that should be good to go. What is the production on these guys anyways? Ooh, only 10? Yikes. That's not good at all. 37 on that one. What is this guy? What? 0? Cut non-fruit trees. No, cut any trees, dude. Okay, so I have to make sure that all of our foresters say cut any trees because I need the trees happening. I know that we have the fruit gatherers to, you know, gather the fruit trees. The fruit from the fruit trees, but we need the wood too, so we're gonna kind of try and do a symbiotic relationship with that and get that stuff happening. What are we looking at as far as laborers right now? 0. Okay, so once the fall time happens and we do our gathering, I think we're gonna gather some stones. We've got a lot of stones just kind of sprinkled around town here. I'm gonna mark those for gathering, and then we can get those picked up and then of course use them, because they aren't really doing us any good sitting in the midst of all of our stuff and things. But we got plenty of stones. Look at that, we got all of these we can pick up. So when we need them, let's use them. We've got them lying around, you know. There we go, we'll get that happening. And then it looks like we need another house, so let's get a house on the end here. There we go. And that's looking pretty good. Lots of starvation deaths, but we're still 596, 614. I feel like that number's changing a lot. What's happening with that? Yeah, so we're losing our house levels. So remember we were like 20 plus and now we're down to 18. So we're losing our Enlightened Mage house level. So kind of a problem. We're trying to upgrade. And we've been trying to upgrade for a couple of episodes here. So our winery's finally getting built. That's nice. Going to produce some more luxuries for us, and that's really what we need. We need more furniture. We need more of this cannabis stuff coming in. More beer. We did deal with that a little bit. We have clay coming in for brickworks, which we could also do another potter, which would be really great to do. So let's try and get that pottery going. I think we only have one right now, and that's just not cutting it. So I think that's called potter. Yep, there it is. All right, and we'll put it up over here, and we'll just kind of plop. I don't want to take up space there, though. We'll put it over on this side, and then it looks like we are going to need a warehouse, and we'll put that warehouse right there. Excellent. Get the potter quick built, too, and we'll go one of these. Excellent. All right, great. So that's got clay coming in. That's good. We need that stuff. And well, let's look at clay here. So what do we got for clay storage? Any? A little bit. So, okay, that's fine. Iron ore, we got a lot of. We knew that, so we put in a couple things. And do we see regular iron? I don't. So we might need yet another iron smelter, but maybe we should worry about our food problem first before we do any of that stuff. Let's set up an auto trade for some bread. So we're gonna add auto import. We are making 594 right now per whatever tick this is, and let's go with target inventory of bread. Let's shoot for 1,000. Because we are making our own bread, and then let's go with 100, and then that should be happening now, right? I don't think that the number changed a whole lot. Let's see if this, okay, I thought it was gonna change during the round, but it didn't do anything. So 1,000 target inventory. We have 117 in there right now, and then max trade per round is 100. So I'm wondering if, since this is at 120 out of 120, if this has to be like 60 and 60, because you can see here that this is 120, this is 0 to 0, and now that we have 3, I'm wondering if this has got to be 40. See, the numbers changed. So now we go 40, 40, 40, and now it's going to import the medicine and the breads and export the wool at 40 a pop. So that's why you need more than one auto trade. That makes sense. Let's go ahead and there's a trading company. So that's exactly what we needed. So let's go ahead and we'll get another one set up. These things are pretty good. I like the auto trade situation now. It took me a minute to get used to it, but it's kind of nice to have that. We'll plop that guy right there. We need some rocks for it, so we'll just hang out for just a little bit. But it is late autumn now, so we should be able to have some of these guys going around instead of farming, picking up some rocks and getting that stuff turned in to get used. It's really what we want right now. Okay, we're back up to 24 out of 30 houses, so we're getting somewhere with that Enlightenment Age. And once we get this Enlightenment Age, maybe we want to get into... Ooh, policy making would be good. Coffee roaster's fun. I love coffee, so that would be cool. Stone roads make our movement speed a little bit better. Maybe we'll go for school right away and get our tech points up. So as you advance in tech points, they cost more and more, and it's slow. So therefore, it slows down if you don't keep up with it. So you want to make sure that we're keeping up with it, and we'll do that with the school. We also have some libraries sprinkled around. Got one here, we got one here, and it helps, but we want to have a little bit more going on. So that's what I'm going to work towards. And let's take another look here. We got coal, 26 iron bars. Okay, so now we're producing 90 and using 30, so that should start to go down, this iron ore. And then once we get this other iron smelter up and running, we should be looking even better with that stuff. So that's great. We're at 632 out of 629 for our population. But since food isn't figured out yet, I'm not gonna do any other housing. Let's just hold off for now. Let's get some more housing stuff figured out. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all sorts more farms in here, and I'm gonna do that, and then I will bring you back and we'll see what else we can get into. All right, so here is our little farm situation, but we got another problem. We're down to 514 population. I've been getting spammed with people dying from starvation over here. So I double checked our little situation over here, which is the job priority, and just to make sure that we're not losing people that are working on food. So if we look here, we adjusted all these so that the food was on the top. They were top priorities. So pig ranch is our last priority, and it's got 2 out of 2, and then the ones below that are even filled out. We're losing people on the mines, which is not great. So, you know, that's a source for a lot of things. So I'm gonna try and get some more people in. I'm thinking about using my immigrant cards. Hopefully that maybe I just wait for this harvest season to happen, and then we can see where we're sitting. And then we can maybe adjust, because look at that, only 9,000 food? Like, holy cow. You would think that with all of these farms that we have going on here, that food would be, you know, handled. But it just doesn't seem like that's the case. So, yeah, we're working on that. It's quite the deal right now. We got hopefully all these farms are going to contribute to some good stuff. I'm surprised that, you know, we have this, was it 6, 12, 14, whatever it is? Yeah, 14 mushroom farms. You think that it would do something, but it doesn't seem to be helping us very much. I mean, they're 40 a season, so that's not, you know, they're not great. But I was hoping that it would be like noticeable, but it's really not. So I'm not really sure what to do here as far as these things go. I'm gonna put this productivity book in there though, just to give it a little bit more of a boost, and then we can of course use our superpower, whatever this is called, speed boost. The V is the hotkey. All right, so we still have our immigrant office bringing in immigrants, which is what they're supposed to do. So that's nice to have those kind of replenishing. So instead of like in settlement survival, and occasionally you get 10 of them, you know, you could have a bunch of immigrant offices and make them, you know, coming in way more often. So that might be something that we could end up doing to replace our starvation people. But like I said, there's no point in having, you know, a bunch of people in if they're just gonna die out. You have to fix the problem, and so that's what I'm gonna work on doing, is fixing the problem here, and then we can start to grow again. And it's that, you know, it's that city builder balance. You gotta build and grow and build and grow, and you just gotta make sure that you're good to go with everything. And it's not easy all the time. So, and one thing with this game is, so we're not playing on the hardest difficulty, right? I tried to play on deity once, and I thought like settlement survival was hard on extreme. Oh, this game on deity is just absurd. Like, I don't know how anybody does it, and I know that there's some of you guys who do it. It's just like you blow me away. So yeah, it's crazy. This one's going all right. So maybe it would help to like do some more trade route action. Okay, yeah, that's good. Let's see what can we do with these people. Anything? Marry out daughter or son. That would help with our relationship, right? Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. Now we are family. Nice. So what if we go to our trader? That would be, I think that's our auto trader, and I think we got our second one done. Oh, it's getting built. It'll be done shortly. But we can visit our Nordfesti. Those are our people there. They want to export milk. I would buy some milk, or they want pots. I don't think we have enough to export No, not quite yet. So hopefully we can get that production up with all those clay mines that we got. Oh, look at this. So our both auto trades share the same screen of amounts, but we look at this. So it's at 240 now instead of 120. So we are able to trade a little bit more, which is great. So we could export some things, and the only other thing that we're super high on is leather. So let's go ahead and let's export a little bit of leather, and that's gonna help us get our money back, because you know, we had a ton of money coming in at one point in this game, but we are down quite a bit. So I'm gonna set the target to be, oh, I don't know, 3,000, and that should work pretty well, and we'll put that to 100. We'll see if this changes. It should change. We're still net profit of minus 240. So if we tweak this up, okay, so we can do more per round. So at 150, we're at a net profit of 188, and that is fluctuating for us. So that's kind of interesting. Interesting how that works for sure. So we'll close that, and then we should be okay with that stuff. And tech tree points aren't doing great. We're down to 10 houses in the Enlightenment Age, so that's not happening again. So we're still working on those basic things, still trying to get that food up, and that's just kind of how this whole episode has been, working on that food stuff. That's gonna be it for this one. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next episode of Kingdoms Reborn. Have a fantastic and amazing rest of your evening, day, or night, and I'll see you on the next one.